It's interesting. Haven't done this in a while. Looking straight to a camera, trying to tell the motherfucking story. Sometimes you gotta push yourself. When there's nobody there to push you, when there's nobody there to tell you what to do, sometimes you just gotta push yourself. Sometimes you gotta push beyond your boundaries, and you just gotta find new ways to communicate. I feel like this is what I want to do. Find new ways to connect. Find new ways to express myself, to express my thoughts. It's not always gonna be fun. I understood that. There's some dark moments. There's some weird feelings that you're gonna feel. There's so many different ways that this shit can go wrong. But that's the thing, right? We only live once. So would you rather live it not knowing what you wanna do? Or would you rather live it like knowing, like, yo, I did something. It was miniature, but I did it. I created something that I am proud of. I created something that represents me. A lot of people fear that idea, to create something that represents them, because they don't know themselves. I don't know myself. I'd be lying to you if I told you I know myself. I don't know myself. I'm barely a human being with a certain goal to get to the top of my existence, to get to the higher self. The higher self has sent me a message, and I was like, yep, bet, I'm going there. I want to go get it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to talk yet. Even this used to come natural to me. Right now, I'm like, nah. And it's a feeling. It's a small, certain, gentle feeling. It's an understanding. I know what type of power and value that I hold to other people. I know how I can keep a person engaged. I know how I can let them open up and speak their minds. Because I allow them to exist. I allow them to see. You feel me? I don't interrupt. I want to hear your story. See, that's what makes it good in communicating. That what makes me good, like, in talking to others and really understand their story from a different point of view. And because my mind works in a visual way, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see it. You know? And sometimes that's what we all need as human beings, is to see it. You have to see 1,000,000 before you can get 1,000,000. You have to visualize it. So right now I'm just visualizing it. I'm building my $1 billion company. I'm building my idea. I'm letting things go out and breathe and be a thing, you know? And it's developing and it's building and it's beautiful. It's shit. Think about it. I think about it like this. This whole idea, this whole brand that I'm trying to build, it came up to me while I was having a fucking mania episode and nobody was motherfucking understanding. When I did Follow the White Rabbit thing, I was just being myself. And in an alternative world, I would be the villain. I would not be the hero. I would be the person that tells you, fuck your job, fuck your family, fuck your traditions, fuck your country, fuck the laws, fuck everything up, go get it. Go get that money. Go get that dream that you've always had. Go get it. Just go get it. Go fight for what you really want to be in this life. In a different life, I would probably tell you, like, yo, this is not a dream. This is reality. Although it feels like a dream sometimes. When you fall in love, it feels like a dream. When you talk to yourself in the camera, that feels like a dream. It feels like, yo, I'm speaking to my third person. I could switch off this camera today and nobody will ever see this recording. Or I could put it online and allow it to be seen by many people. It's a different type of revolution to have a revolution inside your mind. There is always a phrase by Jill Scott Heron. He says, the revolution will not be televised. And maybe that's what he meant. Like, the first seed of the revolution starts in your brain, is just rebelling against this broken system that we want to take full respect, that we want it to work. We all collectively want this shit to work. This shit is not working, man. Okay, yes, granted. Generally speaking, we have less wars. But generally speaking, we have a lot of fucked up motherfuckers in a lot of fucked up situations all over the world. Some people have situations we can barely begin to understand. I feel like I'm privileged in my country. And that's the thing, I don't call it my country. I don't call it my home. I don't call it my city. I don't call it my town. I don't belong. If the only thing that I belong to is the internet, is you guys. If somebody watched this video someday in the fucking future, I don't know who will, but you know, where's the focus? Damn, I look good. I miss me looking good. Anyways, so my point is, always strive and conquer, always try to be the best, always try to be the best. I don't care what type of energy that you want to bring out to the world, always try to be the best in them. If you want to be the best motherfucker that paints, then paint. You know, if you want to be the best musician, feel it. Understand why you're the best musician. To me, like, when I read my lyrics and when I read my stuff, you know, I be like, yo, I'm the dopest shit alive that nobody will ever hear. And that might be true. That might be fun. And it is. But I believe in it. I see it. I read it. I sense it. I do this for me. I don't do this for you. This is just my part of representation of this reality we live. It's the story that we want to tell ourselves. It's the lie that we like to continue. It's a story. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it makes us cry. Sometimes it can bring us the best highs this motherfucker world can ever offer, and sometimes it can bring us to the lows that will destroy us. That will end our lives if we are not too careful. It's a very strange life, this life. I don't think I'll ever understand it. But I sure enjoy it. I meet some few interesting people here and there. I sit around. I have decent friends. We have great comedy. And we got music. What else do we need? No, really, what else do we need? See, this is why the capitalistic system will never work. Because it makes us feed, or it makes us fiends, really. It makes us a certain type of beings that we only look to consume. So what happens when the consumption ends? What happens when you buy all of your favorite equipment? Look at me, I have all my favorite equipment and I'm using a camera that I bought 12 years ago. I have a full fucking set. I bought a whole lot of shit. I barely use it. In the back of my mind, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just building. But in reality, I consume too much. I've consumed a lot of content that told me buy shit. And maybe that's the reason why I tried to kill my character, my old character, because it was helping motherfuckers to buy shit. And I was like, stop. We can't keep going like this. We already have enough stuff. Stop. Just stop. Just stop advising motherfuckers to buy shit. I don't want nobody to buy anything anymore. Buy a service. You definitely need a service. We all need therapy at some point. We all need a good photographer that takes us good pictures. We all need a good musician to tell us our story in a note. We all need a painter that can tell us, that can draw us in a different million styles. We all need somebody as a service, as to be indebted to someone else, to let something breathe. An idea is a human being to be made. Don't kill it. Chase it. Build it. Nurture it. Give it all the seeds. Give it all the feedback. Give it all the love. Love it. Let the idea grow. Fuck the world. The world never understood. The world saw greatness and they spat on them. They spat. They spat on all our greatness. I have a wall full of pictures. Most of these motherfuckers would agree that the world doesn't give a fuck about your art. You give a fuck about your art. So what's your art? What's your part of the story? What would you like to see change? What would you like to see different? You see, like when I do my projects and I try to explain to people, like I'm not doing them for money. I could give two fucks if I got money. I like money, but it's not the source purpose of my service. The source purpose of my service is to be in service. Is to give you a life-changing experience. If one photo of my photos made you feel better, that's it. If one video that I did made you feel something, just a little something. If I take few minutes of your time and I give you that momentarily experience, that love, because I put my heart and soul into it, that's it. That all matters to me. If 100 people saw it, that's great. If 1 million, that's alright. If 2 million, numbers and views, let's try to stop please the algorithm. Let's try to stop tell the algorithm like, yo, we need more of this and we need more of this. Nah, I don't want more of this. I like the hidden shit. I like the shit that nobody fucks with except a few number of people. And maybe that's why I keep holding on to the accounts. I like to make accounts every now and then. But I keep this account because it's connected with a certain type of people that wanted to see a part of the journey. I don't know what the beginning of this video was. I don't know what the end, I don't know what the result. All I know is I felt like talking again. And at the beginning of the video I was like, man, I don't feel like talking. And I just made something. It may be meaningless, but hey, if you took the time and you watched till this end, just know that somewhere out there, somebody cared about you and created this piece of content to remind you that you're still on your ship. You're still doing the things that you want to do. You're still here. You're still grinding. You're still making sure that the family sleeps tight. You're still sure that the family eats every night. You're still sure that you got what it takes to get it to the top, to be a fucking picture on somebody's wall. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be a picture on somebody's wall. I could give two fucks about fame. I could give two fucks about richness. All I care about is these small, meaningless connections that I make with random people on the street, telling them how their day was. Smile a little more. Life is too easy when you smile. And maybe this is a reminder for me. You see, most of the time when I look into it, and I look back into my work, and I look back into my videos, or I look back into my photos, and I experimented in a whole lot of shit. You'll be surprised. Shit, this video will go on a new channel that has nothing to do with my rest of my shit. I want you to find out. I want you to search for it. I want you to feel something. Thank you.